Hello, this is David, and welcome to Equity Story. I think just have a look at the Dow last night. It was quite interesting. You can see, I think the action, the sort of price action has been pretty good this week. It's come down, it's fought its way back up each time. I was expecting the price action to retest that August low last year, where it normally does. So wouldn't be surprised if the Dow retested that low maybe tonight or possibly next week. And again, I think, obviously we are putting out some ideas, but there is, please, a lot of caution out there. I think I've said this a few times. If we were running a fund now, I think we'd most probably be holding, 60% in cash. And you can see a little bit now. I mean, this is the ASX 200, and I can actually sort of, trade this market and make good money out of it, at least if it's in this sort of range, which we've actually been doing. Again, once it's broken this sort of 5,000 level, you're looking for support, and potentially this 4,800, which did act as support. I think I spoke about that a number of times. But then if that breaks, it's obviously a lot further. I think it's a bit of a free fall. So there is room to be really cautious at the moment, and the warning signs are there. This market, the bias is still very much down. So please be careful what you're buying. That's why it's good. We've been careful. We'll try to be careful with putting on, and that's why it's good to see LPE. And I think if the Dow can have a really decent night tonight, LPE should have a great run over next week. I mean, it's actually just got a buy signal. It's a better looking stock to buy now than I think it has been since we put it on. I know that might sound strange because it's more expensive than it was when we put it on, but that sort of price action looks absolutely stunning, and I think. I think this could have a real run. If the Dow doesn't sort of have a horrible night tonight, or especially if it has a good night, I think this could have a real run on Monday. I think it's a really exciting story. Just having a look at CM8. I mean, we're sort of glad we put that stock on. Again, if you look at that chart patterns, just a little bit early really this, but it's got this sort of perfect little buy signal that it's clicked through, and again I think the market is starting to wake up to the story. I think the fact that companies like Equity Story, we put it as a buy. There's another company that gave it a $1 price target the other day. It certainly seems very undervalued, and again I think hopefully good times or bad times, this story should do quite well. As good to see Catapult getting a bit of movement today. Again, absolutely stunning looking stock, and this is what we do at Equity Story. We like to buy these sort of charts, and I think that looks absolutely stunning. I think this is it's a good report I sent out today. It was done by a fund. I was reading about the story, and I just thought we should get that fund's opinion. Again, I think they very much agree with Equity Story that this is obviously worth a lot more than where it's trading. I think that's a sort of more or less about it. I'll do the buy and sell signals on the weekend, and we'll analyze the results of this week. But I think generally they've been very, very strong. Just having a look at some of the trending stocks. Good to see PME up 5%, and Hub starting to gain traction again, up 5%, and obviously Blue Sky up nearly 7%. So it's good to see this. I think a little bit more movement in the smaller cap sector. Some of these sort of stocks in the 300, 400, and I think that is quite good price action, which maybe shows is possibly telling us that the market is warming up again to a lot of these companies. Anyway, have a wonderful weekend. Hang on, just before I go, I'd just like to point out again BHP. I've got a lot of phone calls today. It was up today. Had a good day. Dave, do you reckon it's time to buy it? I still think it's we just don't want to buy these sort of stories going down. It's just too dangerous. Equally, if you go back a few months, when BHP was there, exactly the chart looks exactly the same. It had this day where it jumped about 10%, and you might look at that and think, hey, let's buy that story, but then bang, down she goes again. So I think just stay away with these stories. BHP, one day it'll have its day again, and we'll try and buy the stock when it's trending up again. and that could be sometime possibly next year or the year after that. But one day there'll be a time with BHP where there'll be this type of movement again, and this is the sort of areas we like to buy, and these areas we just want to stay well away from. Anyway, thank you very much for listening to Equity Story, and I look forward to bringing this report on Monday. Thank you very much. Good night.